Come out of the box.
Hello YouTube, cheers, and welcome to The Basement. My name is Bruce Lively.
And I'm D-Boy Slim.
The Basement is the first daily hip-hop debate show. From Tuesday through Friday, we tackle the most intriguing topics in hip-hop culture and the world around it. It's back to our regularly scheduled hip-hop debate, people. Last week, we had a flurry of important and socially conscious shows. We needed to do it. But today it's back, right back to hip-hop. Pusha T versus Royce the 5'9". Ooh, we going in. It's gonna be a good one. Subscribe, like, enjoy. And all you rappers out there, don't forget, all the beats you hear are made by us. Team Box Cutter Beats, for sale. Link is in the description. Anyway, with that being said, let's go.
Back again, people. This time we got a classic debate. I said, let's get back into the core of what we do, which is hip hop, which is, debating about who we think are the best and coming out and leading the culture.
Got to give the people what they want.
This one today, simple. Royce the 5'9" versus Pusha T. It's no secret for me, that's gonna be Pusha T.
D-Boy Slim.
That's simple. That's a simple one.
I wonder why. Go ahead.
Well, he's nicer, first of all.
Okay.
And when I say he's nicer, you say, what does that mean?
I do.
He's nicer at what he does. He's consistent, first of all. And as far as like substance content in the raps, which is what I look for, and in my book, I personally place at a premium at the top of the list when it comes to a rapper being nice.
See,
that's Pusha. Now, some may say, well, he only rap about this and that. Well, I look at it like you gotta rap about what's real to you. Like you can't rap somebody else's life. You have to rap about what's real to you. And when it comes to rapping about what's real in his life, I think he does that, probably better than most of them, and probably one of the best at it. As it pertains to Royce the 5'9", he's definitely nicer than Royce the 5'9".
Oh man,
I can go back to joints when he was with his brother with the Clips, when y'all probably thought they was twins, and probably twins with the verses as well. With Grinding is what started it off with Pharrell. Y'all remember that? The Grinding joint. What happened to that boy with Baby? Some people forget he had the joint with Cash Money. But what happened to that boy when he down there, in the Magnolia in New Orleans and all of that? How about joints like Blocker? He does it over the reggae type beat, and he's out there in Kingston, Jamaica. Yeah, he's talking about some of the same things, but like I said, in this day and age when dudes, talking about they buy their way in gangs and talk about I ain't from the hood and pulling out gang rags and at ABC, it's a certain authenticity to Pusha's music that you appreciate. It's a certain genuineness to Pusha T's raps that you begin to appreciate when you listen to Pusha T and him talk about that life and his involvement and how he lived it. And not only that, what always got me with Pusha T's raps and his music in particular is the details. It's not good enough to just say, yeah, I hustled, I used to push this, that, and the third, etc. The details to it. Me and Bruce talk about this all the time. Like, you know, if you did that, then where? When?
How?
When in your life?
With who?
Why?
Why?
Those are things Pusha T has always answered throughout the years, and
Facts.
this is what separates his raps to me from a lot of rappers. Today we're talking about Royce the 5'9". I'll let Bruce get into what he think, why he thinks Royce the 5'9". It's better if he even feels that way at all. But yeah, y'all leave in the comments and y'all let me know. But for me, that's Pusha T all day.
My thing is, Pusha is the best rapper about pushing. That's it. But when you said he's definitely nicer, I'm like, how? He's nicer at rapping about dope sales. He's nicer at that, but that's not it. That's not everything. That doesn't make you nicer than somebody else. I.e., when you look at Royce the 5'9", and yeah, I think Royce the 5'9" is better. That's my side of the debate. I do believe that. Royce the 5'9" has so many topics and styles. You say he's nicer at rapping about the dope. That's it. You cannot name me anything else. You know why? Because I've heard them all. And he said it himself. He's not going to talk about nothing else. Pause. We'll put a pin in that because I want to get back to that. But Royce the 5'9", if you look at his song Tabernacle, he gets introspective. He gets extrospective, outside of himself. He talks about his growth and development. These things are, he talks about his spirituality, family. Royce the 5'9"'s been known to talk about his faults, about dope as well, and he does it quite well. If you don't remember, go check out Prime with him and DJ Premier. He's got just as many songs as you need to hear from an intelligent rapper about that. But it's not every single song. Go check it out. Prime raps about culture, comedy. When he was in a group with Eminem,
he's a funny rapper.
Bad Meets Evil, he got the funny rap out there. But that's the difference. It's called being able to rap about more than one thing.
So he's nice.
It's called diversity.
He's nice at the funny raps
as well.
Cool.
Yep. Beef rap. Malcolm X. When he did the songs, Malcolm X. When he did his joint, Dissin' D12, another great diss song. So when you say nicer at one thing doesn't mean you're a nicer MC. Let's get where I put that pin in. All you rap about is this one thing for over 15 years now. How is that real? How has he evolved? You see, if you look at your boy Royce the 5'9", way back when he met Eminem, 1997, he was one style. Came out on his own with his single stuff, had the beef, then he was another style. Got locked up, came back out, and now he's with Prime, and it's another style. And then now, you've heard a full evolution. Now, ever since January of 2017, he's been putting out these amazing freestyles, people. Like, wait a minute. Or, I got the keys. He ripped over that beat. You guys remember that? Let's take him to war. He completely has changed his style, and he's talking about better things. He's evolved. On the other hand, if you telling me that Pusha T is still pushing dope on the block as he's the president of good music, how is that real? How has he evolved? He's still talking about what he did 15 years ago. That's not real. I can't find nothing else to rap about. Because we heard how he did when he had to not rap about that. If you heard him on Justin Timberlake's joint, it was weak. Not to mention, you know what? I got more to say. But just answer me that. How is he still real? How has he evolved? And how is he nicer? all he talks about is things he did 15 years ago. I can't see that happening, man. I can't see putting him over Royce as who's a better rapper or who's nicer. Come on. You serious?
Let's be serious.
Be serious.
Let's be serious.
Come on.
What type of concepts do Royce talk about?
I just gave him one.
You told me Funny Raps and Tabernacle, which was one song. Royce, and you also told me his career extends back from 97. You told me he began to evolve, and now he spits freestyles. Well, I had a couple of freestyles that were hot. Listen, let's be serious. Like I said,
culture, beef.
Who?
Yes, these are the topics he raps about. You heard the song Layers?
You telling me he evolved because he rap about beef?
No, I said family, faults, dope, culture, comedy, and beef. You can choose one if you want.
Those are all topics that I've heard Pusha rap about.
I haven't heard him rap about nothing but
You need to check the album where he talks about his grandma and the history, and he talks about how he was in school. It just so happens that's when it started to affect his life. You can't take away who he was. But like I said, rap for rap to me is Pusha. And like I said, when it comes to content and songs and sticking to a concept, see, it's okay to have a nice vocabulary and we talked about this before. We've done shows about this before. You have rappers like Cannabis or what have you that they're nice with wordplay, and they throw a bunch of words together and make it rhyme, and it rhymes and it's on time and with the beat. You know, we've also discussed Eminem had that for a moment. But at the end of the day, like I said, what's placed at the top of my list when it comes to criteria for a nice MC is the fact that what are we talking about? What are we rapping about?
That's what I'm saying.
Pusha's had plenty of songs where, like I said, they're conceptually nicer than what Royce puts out consistently over the 15 years that strand his career. Consistently. I haven't heard Royce consistently put out songs that have concepts behind them. You told me Tabernacle and the funny song and the funny raps.
No, I told you more than that, and they heard it.
And a couple of freestyles.
Okay, so in Layers, in the song, first of all, we didn't even go to Layers. Let's go to Prime with DJ Premier's song Courtesy.
Layers, the one with Pusha T on it?
Yeah, and he was better than Pusha T in it. That's why I said that song.
All right.
Because he was when they met head to head, he was better.
He was not nicer than Pusha T.
That's the reason why he had the second verse. Now, Prime with DJ Premier, when he says, I used to rap about death, but now I'm just concerned about life. That was the concept of the entire song. The entire song, Courtesy. Go listen to it, y'all. Tell me that I'm wrong. He can stick to a concept and do it just right.
And you talk about evolution with Pusha T, talking about his raps don't evolve. I heard this man talk about the fact that he is in position at Good Music and is the president at Good Music. And those checks don't bounce. And I heard him talk about how indeed Adidas endorsements. And those checks don't bounce. Y'all go check out Untouchable. He shows you his evolution in rap and where he's at and what kind of space he's in right now. And no, you can't forget about a lifestyle that where his brother converted over to being in church and over to the Lord. He had a manager that got indicted federally for a $15 or $10 million drug ring. You don't forget about those, and you don't when the fan base has rewarded you for being that person. What do you know? It's no reason if it's not broke. Don't fix it is what I'm saying.
So you're not nicer. Because you gotta find a good way to evolve. You gotta talk about what else is going on, man.
Jay still talk about the keys.
The amount of times that he talks about that. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Amongst all of his other topics? Are you kidding me? You gotta be kidding me. Listen, man. This dude, by Malice's own account, number one, grew up in a nice home in Virginia. Watch it on CNN.
It all began in this middle-class neighborhood in Virginia Beach, where they had a good childhood. Loving mom and dad, nice pool out back.
In Virginia Beach, both parents, middle-class neighborhood, and decided to go do something else. I feel you. That's his choice. But talk about that too. You don't hear none of that. In his song Nostalgia, he's basically acting like he was born With a crack leg. No, I feel you. That's not what he said. That's what it sounds like.
Acting like what?
Act like he was born with a crack lace pacifier in his mouth. Get out of here. He didn't mention that he
was born in the Bronx, first of all. That's the first thing.
He didn't mention.
He was born in the Bronx.
He grew up in Virginia Beach, in a middle-class neighborhood.
They moved to Virginia Beach, and they decided to hustle.
So, as I was saying.
And as teenagers, they were linked with one of the biggest drug dealers in the country. You were saying what?
I was saying there's another side to that. You have two parents in the home, and middle class, you decide to do something else. You don't have to just talk about that one thing. You've seen other things. You didn't grow up just straight up lace spit crack everywhere. You chose to go over there. You didn't even have to.
I seen Michael Jordan and I seen dudes on my block with Mercedes.
Get out of here, man.
What are you talking about?
Listen, man. Listen, it's the reason why DJ Premier gets somebody like Royce the 5'9".
What we did see was Royce the 5'9" on cameras with guns. That's something I never seen Pusha T do. And I'm gonna tell you what's corny. When you're out here with the guns and talking about this and that, and then in the next, when we see you 2 or 3 years later, you work for the same dudes that you were supposed to be shooting them up and bang bang at the club.
Man, I seen him in the videos with piles of coke.
That's what's corny.
On the table. Every time.
That's what's corny.
That's corny as well. What else you got?
When that's the life
your one
you
ace
live.
in the hole. That's your one ace in the hole.
That's what's
I just told you this dude has many topics, many styles.
Dude was running around with the bandanas and rhinestones, pointing guns at the camera, and now he worked for Slim.
And he went to jail for that.
Now he worked
came
for
back.
Eminem, which is also goofy.
It's not goofy because they tied him down and he happened to have a gun on him. He was talking to proof at the time.
So the same guns you pointing at the camera.
No.
Now you go get locked up for. You didn't shoot anybody.
Okay, so he was talking to proof at the time, trying to squash the beef, and it just so happens the police rolled up on him. He was being a smart person, talking to somebody who he had beef with instead of shooting them, but the police patted them both down, and they happened to have their guns on them. So you're acting like he was doing crazy, wild stuff. No, what he was doing was trying to squash a beef, and the pigs came and took him to jail anyway. How was that?
I seen him on camera
stupid?
pointing guns at the camera, talking about people's funeral. Get out of here.
I seen a lot of people.
Get out of here.
I seen 50 do that. You don't like 50
talking
no
that
more?
gangster stuff.
50 did that for forever.
50 is obviously about that life. Royce, I'm not so sure.
About? Anyway, like I said, man,
fraudulent.
The groups that this guy is in, Royce the 5'9" Prime, go check it out. One of the best hip hop albums that came out last year. Bad Meets Evil, Slaughterhouse, right? Did you know he's also a ghostwriter? Many of your favorite rhymes that you might have heard from Dr. Dre come from this dude, Royce the 5'9". Pusha, if the song is about dope, I'm giving it to him. Other than that, everything else goes to Royce. I gave you the many topics. I gave you the songs, the groups that he's been in. He's been a ghostwriter. I've seen his evolution when he used to do the funny style and rap with Eminem, who made millions off of that. And now he's rapping about culture.
He talks about nothing. He raps about nothing.
Talks about everything.
It's a whole lot of nothing. If you're talking about everything, you're talking about a whole lot of nothing.
No, because you have more than one song to talk about it, which is what Pusha T doesn't seem to understand.
What song is he talking about anything?
The Layers, he was talking about something.
With
Courtesy was talking about something.
With Pusha T.
Yeah, so what are you saying?
And Ross and Pusha T had better verses than him.
No, he didn't. Ross had better verses than both of them anyway. So
stop it.
He did, and you know it. Listen, man. Since 1997 till now, this dude has been revered as one of the nicest, okay? And he is. And now he's at a place where he's soaring. He's out of here. Go listen to the freestyles. He's got something prepared for you. You know he's coming up with something big because that's why artists do stuff like this. When they put out a whole bunch of freestyles over the hottest beats and show you that they kill everybody. He killed every one of those beats better than the person who was on that beat.
This guy.
damn near killed Eminem on his own beat.
This guy.
Go check it out.
He's been trying to do
That's
that since 97.
These are the
and
facts.
The fact is,
if you don't
the only
believe me,
reason
go check it out.
he has any kind of a buzz or he has any type of relevance is because he works for the same dude that he was pointing guns at the camera about years ago. Let's just be for real. On the other hand, and on the other side of the coin, Clips. Let's go down the resume with Pusha T. Clips. Arguably classic songs with Pharrell back then. Like I said, grinding. When you talk about the life, which is still prevalent in today's rap, the street life, yes. When you talk about that life, be able to talk about it. Be able to reference it. Be able to talk about what's real and what's not. It's been nobody that does it better than Pusha T. Royce doesn't even get mentioned in those conversations. When we talk about lyrics, like I said, name me one content where Royce is better than anybody at. But he talks about a whole lot of things. Exactly. Like I said, with the Clips, let's go down the resume. Y'all remember Me Too? Yeah, Mr. Me Too. Yeah, that's the Clips too. And then he went solo in 2010.
He's not even the best rapper in the Clips, man.
He's not even the best rapper in the Clips, man.
Come on, man.
When you talk
He's not
about
even the best rapper in the group that you're mentioning. What are you talking about?
Malice is better than Royce too. But moving on, like I said, Malice is better than Royce too, if that's what you were saying.
Pharrell might be better than Pusha.
But moving on, Pharrell is better than Royce too.
No, he's not. No, he's
better
not.
than
No,
Royce
he's
too.
not.
Cut it out.
No, he's not.
Cut it out.
No, he's not.
On any
and you
track.
know that. Get out of here. Listen, man. Listen, it's already going far. I already knew it would go along with this guy talking about Pusha. Let me tell you what. It's up to y'all. It's up to y'all. You heard the wrap-ups. I'm giving you the topics, many of them, the groups, the ghostwriting, him and DJ Premier, classic. Okay? I'm telling you. That's what's going on over here.
15-year career, he had a couple songs. 15-year career, Pusha had some albums. And y'all know it. But y'all leave in the comments.
Also facts. Leave in the comments. We want you to be a part of this debate. As always. Alright? Who won this time? You know what it is. I want to see them comments too, man. I want to see them.
Any shout outs?
Yes, we got some shout outs. Hey, John Stoppy Rockus. I don't know. John Stoppy Rockus. That's the best I can do, brother. Says, you're asking the wrong question. And of course, this is about Gotti and Dolph. He says, does it matter if it's a good idea or not? Which is the question that we asked about Young Dolph's album name, Bulletproof. He says, it's ridiculously obvious that this whole retarded situation is staged with laughable effort, like wrestling.
I like that.
I like it, man. John Stoppy Rockus, I wish I could pronounce your name properly, but you know who you are, man. You got the awesome shout out. That is one of the funniest quotes. Like wrestling. Laughable, huh? I feel you. Rewind Remix. Says great work. Thank you, Rewind Remix. I actually believe I went to go see your site, and I liked it, but I don't remember what I saw, so we'll talk about that another time. But hey, great work. Thank you. Chuck Mizzy, you're back again. You like the comment, and we love you for it. Okay? He's talking about our show with Rick Ross versus Baby. Right. He says it's fire, Rick Ross's song, and it's necessary to expose Baby for stealing from every business deal he ever made. He's just as bad as the Jews that run the industry. I'm with D-Boy on this one, Bruce. Come on, man.
Chuck. Smart man.
Just in the last one, he said he agreed with me on everything. And you turncoated that fast, Chuck. Dang.
Chuck Mizzy, we appreciate the comments, bro.
I was playing with you, man. Thank you, Chuck. Keep on commenting, keep on watching, keep on listening. Everybody, keep watching, keep listening. Go back to the one we had last Saturday. Very important topic. Hip-hop, depression, and the black family. Go back to all of them. Check us out. You'll like it, I promise. Anyway, thank you.
Till next time, people, we out.
Peace. Damn, every time I think we're gonna do a 15-minute joint, it turned into a 23 joint.
That gave you material.
Yeah, I'll do a little editing in there.